Alright, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I've made any recordings, etc. I think the best would be for us to just start off kind of where we left off. If my memory serves me correctly, we just bought this Peterbilt in front of us, and we ended up using it on a few jobs. Today what we're going to do is we're going to try to get a job from San Francisco, where we are currently based, going basically I want to see if we can go north towards Washington State. If we go to Freight Market and we click on San Francisco itself, we can see on the right all the different loads that we are able to take. That one is going south, going south, going south. You see, that's an option. TVs to Carson City. We can even try one of these, but once again going south. Yeah, so I think let's go for this Carson City one for right now. It pays $13,719 over a distance of 343 miles. So let's take that. Let's go and see what we can see. Right, so let's start up this truck of ours. It's a bit quiet on the outside. Inside it's a bit better. Let's get that mirror going as well as this. Okay, so I am driving with a Logitech G27 still. I'm trying to get used to the manual gears, etc. And also trying to actually float the gears. As you heard there, it scratched a bit, and then the traffic is turned up as well, higher than it usually is on the game itself. I should actually turn that down. Give me a few seconds while I turn that down. Okay, let's try that as a traffic setting. Let's see how that goes. The traffic will get back, or will spawn back now. Once you make any changes or you load the game, etc., the traffic tends to I wouldn't say disappear, but it tends to reload it. So yeah, some cars spawning now. I wanted it to be a bit more, but that was too much. We'll end up spending too much time just waiting around for the traffic to actually move, so we can also move. Just want to change that map view a little bit so we can have a better view of what's coming up. So the traffic here in front seems a bit more, I can say, realistic. Let's see if we can make this robot. We're not turning here, we're gonna go straight. Light, I mean, not robot. As I said previously, I'm from South Africa, and here we do call robots, or we do call traffic lights robots. So just excuse my word usage and pronunciation if it's different to where you are from. Let's see. So we currently have 6 miles left to pick up. Still getting used to these, what can I say, very hilly areas within San Francisco. Let's see if this guy's gonna give us a chance. Okay, that was my mistake. Remember, kids, look in front of you as well, not just to the sides. Let's hope that this guy moves. There he goes. Let's get moving as well. We are currently not playing with fatigue simulation, meaning that we will not get tired as in real life. We basically switched that off because I actually want to try and play mostly during the day, this trip here, hopefully we'll be able to finish it before it gets too dark, because currently it's running to 5 p.m. Yeah, because then at the end of the day it will cause us driving in the dark, and I want you to be able to see as much as possible. Let's see here. This is probably not the appropriate street to take, or the appropriate road to take for trucks. So our destination is here on the left. This engine brake in this truck is very strong actually, especially when we're empty. I did set it down now, but it still tends to slow us down fairly quickly. That's why I'll end up using the foot pedal brake most of the time in the urban areas. Let's see, freight market. Let's see what configuration options we have in terms of the trailer. Let's make it tricky. Let's take this tri-axle one. Not that the colors particularly match with our color scheme on the truck, but that's how it is. There's nothing we can do about that. We will definitely get a similar colored trailer once we get our own trailer going. Just back up to this trailer, make sure that I'm square underneath it. As you can see, I'm just using the mirrors currently. There we go. Ah, and I stalled it. Let's get that finished up. You can see the legs are lifting, cables are connected. There we go. 344 miles, 6 hours to go. So alright, so here we go. Let's get this show on the road. Let's get moving. So once we go out here, we're going to make a left turn and another left. Let's get that indicator going, and once again get the indicator going. We should actually have waited until the stop street is clear, because we'll end up blocking the road now. Let's just wait for this car on the right hand side. You can see it passing there. It wants to make a left turn. Okay, looks like they're going to give us a chance to go. Ignore that, what happened in the right mirror now. We'll just make as if we didn't see that happening. Right. I actually haven't taken a look at the route we're gonna take. I think since we're gonna be on the highway most of the way, as soon as we make a left onto the highway here and go across the bridge there to Oakland, I will time-lapse everything until we turn onto Route 580 here. That's just gonna be the best option, so you don't have to listen to the senseless rambling that I've got going on. Good, that light didn't catch us. Here we go. I must say, getting used to the driving in the city is different, because since the last time that I actually did a video there's been quite a few updates to the traffic system, to the sound, to the way everything looks, etc. And it's quite a welcome change. I do enjoy the new look of the game. It's quite good looking, and the sounds as well. They also added the features whereby you can roll down the windows, which were not there previously. You can change each part of the sound individually. Previously the traffic would have been a lot quieter than it is now. Luckily they did change that. Okay, so we're gonna make a left turn here. Let's just get this guy stopped. So, tell me where you are viewing from below, if you made it this far, which should be interesting for me to see how far it reaches basically. And tell me if you've got any suggestions that you think I should implement and get done. This is the first video in, I think the last ones that I uploaded was in 2018. So I did a test yesterday to see how my internet is coping now, because that was the actual problem, whereby I struggled to upload due to my internet being very slow. So we'll see how it goes this time, and then hopefully it should be alright. As you can see, we've got a bit of a traffic jam up ahead. You can't see around the corner now. There's a green light for us. Let's get moving. This guy is gonna cause us to stop with our trailer past the pedestrian crossing lines, which is not ideal. It's less than ideal actually. Let's just see what's going on here. Oh, we've got a red light ahead. So let's just see here. So basically we've got 2 turns left, and then we are on a little bit of a bigger road. Then everything should go a bit better. Then it should not be any issues, etc. Since we are heading there now. As I said, let's just wait for the traffic. What happened there? Actually stalled it again. Should actually not have went there. Still getting used to that fourth to yeah, from fourth to fifth. Still tends to grind the gears there a bit, which is, as I said, less than ideal. Let's go to the left hand side. Ooh, getting up on the curve there. Just bear with me. It should improve. I'm still getting used to the steering settings here. It's our turn to make a left turn now. Let's get that engine brake turned off. We'll keep on the left, seeing as we're going to make a left turn in front. I would really suggest playing this game with an 8 shifter if possible. It's worth the money. It makes the realism so much better, and the immersion as well. I mean, you might find yourself basically feeling as though you're in a truck, as it should be. I mean, you are driving one, but still, even more than you would usually do. Before I was playing with a Xbox controller, laptop, etc. which was not as good. It was good, it was manageable, but if you have the money and the time, I would suggest get a G27 or G920 or G29, something similar that you can actually experience the H shifting. Just look at that view. You can mention down below the name of this bridge. I'm not sure of what the name is. You can zoom in a bit there if you want to. I've never been here myself. Hopefully one day I can. That should be great. So I'm gonna make a left turn here. Just see this guy going straight. Let's see if we can go before that truck comes. Let's see if we can make this shift as well. There we go. That was a bit better. Let's get over to the right hand lane. I'm gonna keep it in this gear. Actually go down a gear. And yeah, this truck of ours is struggling a bit. I mean, this load that we currently have is 32,000 pounds, excluding the weight of the truck itself. Make sure we keep everything in the lines as we are supposed to. And we can go up one gear. There we go. And another. This mirror on the left is actually bothering me a bit. The shadows that we have. It's actually unnecessarily. It's just unnecessary basically. I don't know why the shadows are there like that. But it's one of the things we'll have to deal with for now. Until we can maybe exchange this truck with something else. Which is the hope. I would like to get a Peterbilt 389 or something similar to that. So we're on the speed limit. Let's get the engine brake going, and then we can get ready to climb here again. As you can see, I've got my zoom in mapped here, so that basically we can zoom into signs, etc. as we are driving to make it a bit easier to see. Like that, you can see I've got a police vehicle here. Let's get this engine brake a bit better. Keep our speed in check. Switch it off again. Go to the next gear. So I'm actually very happy with what they did in terms of just the general quality of life improvements of this game. What's going on here? You see, now we're gonna have to reroute. Let's just hope this guy gives us a chance. So we're gonna go to the right. We're gonna go straight to Oakland. Hopefully we'll be able to just do as they say here and come back onto the highway. I hope. Let's just check on the left, go to the right. Hopefully it's gonna be a very short reroute. But let's check the map quickly what the best route is going to be. Seeing as we're already going this way, let's go through Stockton all the way through Sacramento to Truckee. But once again, I think this should be a good place for us to start the time lapse and get going. So I guess I'll see you once we turn onto Route 587.
Don't you see
Welcome back. Okay, so we've made some progress. We just turned onto Route 580 and we've got 62 miles left. Should take us around 1 hour and 4 minutes with an ETA of, let's say, 2 a.m. So while I was driving in the time lapse there, I basically decided that at the beginning of the next video we're gonna go and trade in this truck for another truck, preferably something with similar power, similar type of gears, etc. Just, I don't know, the general look of this, seeing as this specific truck that we're driving now is actually not a base game truck, it's a mod. So what I need to do basically is to either update the mod, which I don't think there is an update for it out, since it should have updated automatically, or secondly we should just trade it in and get something else. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get something similar, preferably something older. There's another mod out for a Freightliner Argosy. I think I might get that. It's a bullnose cab over, and I'm sure that should be alright. It's got good sound quality. I've tested it out previously actually, and as I say, I think it should be a good choice for us at the end of the day to get that. So as we arrive closer to our destination, I'm going to try as far as possible to always take the most difficult parking and always try and do it in cab. I'm not saying that I cannot use the outside view, because as any trucker can do in real life, any driver, it is possible. Let me move over and make some space for this guy. It is possible to get out of your truck and actually take a look at what's going on. If you feel that you might be a bit close to something, it's very easy for you to just get out and quickly check. So basically the kind of rule that I will have is, wherever I'm driving I must try to be in first person. When I go to third person, basically will only be when I need to check something and the truck must be stationary for me to be able to do that. That should be a better option. And then as soon as we get a truck which mirrors are okay and are not as dark as this one, just need to get ready to turn off here, then what I will do is I will also remove the mirrors at the top left and top right of the screen, because it is not as realistic as I want it to be. But the mirrors on this truck itself are very, very dark and difficult to see. So that's the reason I have for saying I would rather change this truck and get it over with. Our destination is coming up on the right. Ooh, wrong button. Sorry. Let's get the speed down. We've got a 30-mile-per-hour limit in front of us. I almost said kilometer per hour because that's what we use. Let's see. So basically we should make a right turn and then turn into this place on our right hand side called Charged. Is that the right company? Yes, we have to take it to the company Charged. Let's just get into the low box here. Don't think that I'll be able to make this light, so we'll have to wait for it. Just give ourselves more than enough room. Let's just see. There's no one coming straight over. Yeah, let's go. Mention down below which states allow the right on red rule, because I'm not sure exactly which ones do. Where do they want this trailer? Let me just see. That's weird. Let me just switch on the parking prompts. Always select. This should enable the marker for me to be able to select where I want this truck to be, or where I need to park. Let me just move out of the zone quickly. There it is. Let's see if it's going to allow me to select now. There we go. So basically I always want to select skilled parking. So where do they need it? So in this case it will be all the way on the other side. Let's do this. So we'll start there. Just get into the interior view, as I said. Let's just see. That's where they need it. This is going to be a tricky one. Let's just make quite a wide U-turn. Get these flashes on. Usually we won't make such wide turns with 3-axle trailers, simply due to the fact that you are scuffing up the trailers wheels. As you can see there at the back, the rear ones are just dragging across the pavement, but there's nothing we can do in this case about that issue. Okay, so as you can see, that's where we need to get this thing parked. Let's just do that way. I just switched off the lights so that it doesn't blind us basically while we are reversing. See how dark the mirrors are? I'll show you in the next episode once we have another truck, and you'll be able to see that it's not how they were meant to be. Let's just get this trailer swung around. So we're going to end up running out of space. We'll have to make shunt forward again. Okay, we'll leave it there. Let's go forward again. Just turn it around. Let's get turned back. I really like using the low gears. As you can see, it helps a lot using the low gears rather than the normal gears to move inside yards, etc. Like now I'm using the lowest gear possible together with feathering the clutch. As you can see, we just took the mirrors or the windows down, and we need to move over a bit. Okay, let's stop there for now. Let's look forward again. Let's move this way. See what I said when I said we'll go for the most difficult, or the longest trailer to make it the most difficult. Especially in these tight yards, it makes it difficult to get docked the way we are supposed to. Let's just now keep it straight. Make sure we remain in the lines. Slow it down. Just, there we go. There we go. Close the windows, switch off the hazards, make sure the lights are off, and there we go. We can detach the trailer, and then that's a job done. So the driven distance was 368 miles. In total we received $14,265 and 961 XP. So we are just around halfway to level 10, so that should be alright. let me quickly show you the truck that I'm thinking of getting. Let's see if we've got a Peterbilt dealer here. We do actually, in Reno. Let's go to buy online. No, we cannot. There's another way. If we go to vehicle browser and we go to truck browser, we should be able to have a look at the trucks that there are. We can have a look at maybe driving this guy here, which is an International 9800i, or we can look at getting one of these. If we get one of these, it will be with the day cab, definitely nothing more than that, and we'll get the 6x4 200 gallon in a similar color to that, with, depending on what's unlocked, it seemed like we only, since we are not level 10 yet, we'll only be able to take the Cummins ISX 15 tuned up to 500 horsepower. Once again, we'll be able to get a 13 speed, or let's just see here, we'll be able to get an 18 speed, but I would rather take the 10 with the retarder than the 18 speed for now. And then we won't do much customization on the outside. We'll just get a nice color, maybe this dark red metallic once again. Even the sky blue could work, maybe we should go for that, but we'll discuss that in the next episode. Thank you very much for joining me today. I appreciate your time, and that's it. Thank you.